Thank you for joining my masterclass. Now, today we're going to be talking about the four best cryptocurrencies to buy in 2022. The four best cryptocurrencies to buy in 2022. Now, I try to do my videos to respond to a need. And I saw your comments underneath my videos that I've been doing since the Bitcoin, or rather the cryptocurrency crash and the rally. And then a lot of you have been telling me, Pastor Reno, okay, we want to know the best cryptocurrencies to buy. Now, here's the thing, normally, you know, for financial instruments, and I've said this before, the best predictor of future events or future behavior is past events and past behavior, normally. However, you need at least 4 years of data from the past to be able to chart the behavior of a financial instrument. So like I've told you guys before, I have charts. One of them I use is chart patterns. Another I use, it's proprietary, so I cannot mention it here. It's being used by a stockbroker friend of mine who allows me to use it. So I impute data in it, and when I impute data in it, I'm able to spot patterns. Some of these patterns are only visible to me, and then if another person sees them, he might see patterns that are visible to him. So that's why I encourage people, like, get the chart pattern app or get another an app that reads patterns, so you can feed data into it, and then you can get a pattern, and then you can work on that pattern. So I'm sure you've heard of stockbrokers using the S&P 500 index, or using like other indexes. So basically, what is an index? An index is just like a chart where you put data so you can find patterns. So now the S&P 500 is done by Standard and Poor's, so they've got a 96-year history of just putting data, and with that data that they put, they can actually tell how stocks are likely to behave in the future. And then they have a daily report which stockbrokers, which they subscribe to, and then based on that, for instance, they've got the S&P 500 index, which is an index of the 500 largest corporations in America by market cap. And then based on that, stockbrokers, and other just private individuals like you and I can subscribe to it and then buy those shares and make a healthy, sometimes 10%, sometimes 8%, sometimes as much as 30%. So now here's the thing, you can actually do the same thing for crypto. You can actually do the same thing for crypto. As a matter of fact, I've done it for crypto. Maybe at some time in the future I might begin to take in subscriptions, but it's something that you can also do. Download an app, and then you put the daily data. So that means the prices in the day, the daily data, and then you just put it there. And sometimes, even if you can't spot patterns, the apps, some of them, they have AI that can help you spot patterns. Now, the S&P, they have an index for crypto. S&P, that's now, for those of you who don't know about S&P, you might want to watch my video on S&P, which is on this channel. But S&P is Standard and Poor's, and they are, along with Fitch, the #1 rating agency in the world. So I think S&P is #1, Fitch is #2. That's when you're talking about like corporate finance. But when you're talking about global, that is your rating countries, then Fitch becomes #1. So S&P, they have a Bitcoin index, so you can actually go, it's going to flash up on the screen, the website for the Bitcoin index, and I'll also put it in the description box for this video. Then S&P, in collaboration with the Dow Jones, they have an S&P Dow Jones crypto index. So S&P have an S&P Bitcoin index, because Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency, and so I think S&P, they want to focus on that. But then also S&P, they also have an S&P Dow Jones crypto index. So that one monitors all the cryptos, like maybe the I think it does the 10 best cryptos. But it's going to flash up on the screen. Let me see if I can show you here. Okay, well, even if I show you here, you might not get it, because anyway, so you can actually, it's going to flash up on the screen, the S&P Dow Jones crypto index. Now here's the thing, there are over 16,750 cryptocurrencies. There are over 16,750 coins. I know it's staggering. A lot of you are just, I'm sure you're surprised by that, but it's true. And if you look at the historical pattern, if you look at the currencies that were very, very strong 10 years ago, and maybe you take the top 10 and then you compare it with the top 10 now, probably two will just be there. So a lot of cryptocurrencies have died out. A lot of them were actually put out there as scams, what they call a pump and grab. So they create a lot of excitement. They pay social media influencers. That's how they do that. They pay. Some of them have even approached me in the past. They pay social media influencers. People buy that coin. They suck up all that money and then they disappear. So you need an index. An index is the only thing that can tell you about the strength of a cryptocurrency. And here's the thing about an index. It takes 4 years to build an index. And then another thing, if a cryptocurrency does not have a white paper, don't invest in it. Do not invest in it. So without further ado, what are the 4 best cryptocurrencies to invest in the year 2022? I would say the number one would be Ethereum. Now, the number one would be Ethereum. Ethereum was, it came out in 2015. The whole idea behind it started in 2013, but then it came out in 2015. They have a white paper. Now, I'm going to put the website for the white paper on the screen. Then they also have, details in that white paper that, if you read the white paper, you begin to understand the philosophy, the mentality, the idea behind behind Ethereum. Now, Ethereum this year is moving to proof of stake, which is why I'm putting it at number 1, although it's not the largest by market cap. So they're moving to the proof of stake, which allows a larger volume of transactions. And then when you have a larger volume of transactions, that means trading is better and then it's cheaper. And some people say it's going to be more expensive. I don't believe that. So they're moving to the proof of stake protocol. And then Ethereum also has further uses. When you see, like with NFTs, Ethereum now is the main currency of choice, the main cryptocurrency of choice for NFTs. So if you buy NFTs, yes, they use other currencies, but with about 78% of the cases, they're going to be using Ethereum. And so Ethereum is moving, towards a lot of other things. Now, if you look at Ethereum, and then if you look at the history, the price history, in 2015, it was about $1.98. Today, it's about like $2,450. So it's come a long way. It's a very good cryptocurrency to buy. Number 2 will be Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is probably the oldest. It's the oldest cryptocurrency. It came about in 2011, and then it has a white paper, so at least we have an idea of where it's going. So I would recommend to you, if you can't buy Ethereum, buy cryptocurrency. So now, some of you might ask me, why should you put Ethereum as number 1? You see, another thing is that Ethereum has a market cap of $307 billion, while Bitcoin has a market cap of about $800 billion now. It might go, because it was in the trillions before, but it's reduced because of the crash. So the rule of thumb is that when market cap is lower, there is more room for expansion. But anyway, so going back to Bitcoin, they have a white paper which is going to flash up on the screen. And then, when you look at their history, they go up. Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin goes up more than it goes down. So it is, there is nothing without risk, but it is number 2 on my list. Now, if you want to go further, if you want to go granular, why is it number 2 on my list? Okay, in the United States, 5 months ago, 36% of all small and medium scale businesses accepted cryptocurrency. 36. Right now it's about 42%. But officially they've not brought out the data, because they bring the data only, I think, every 6 months. So we're going with the data from 5 months ago. And of those 36% that accept crypto, something like 58% of them accept Bitcoin. 35% of them accept Ethereum. So you begin to see that Bitcoin is a good idea. So it will be number 2 on my list. Now, number 3 on my list will be Litecoin. Now, Litecoin also has, it has a white paper, so that's safe. And then we also have more than 4 years of history to chart Litecoin. So we have that. And then also the thing about Litecoin is that, remember when I said 36% of all US small and medium scale businesses as at 5 months ago accept cryptocurrency. Now, of that number, 28% of them accept Litecoin. So the forces of demand and supply are in favor of Litecoin. So you can buy that. Now, the fourth on my list, and then I was going to say, let me see. Well, you might not just, it's just the paper here. But anyway, the fourth on my list will be Binance Coin, the Binance Coin. Now, yes, I put the Binance coin there, even though I would not buy it, but it's number 4 on my list. Why? Because if you look at the price, it's the profitability of it over the years is quite good. However, I find that the Binance coin is quite restrictive. It's really restricted a lot of times to the Binance exchange. So it's not as usable, it's not as user friendly, it's not as pragmatic as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Having said that, you're able to make profit from it. So if you just into trading to make money, I mean, I would say Binance Coin. Binance Coin will be number 4. However, having said that, these my top picks. They are my top picks. However, the most stable bitcoins, the most stable, cryptocurrencies, the most stable are going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, which is Ripple, Tether, Cardano, Polkadot, Stellar, and Dogecoin. Those are going to be the most stable cryptocurrencies. Now, one thing you have to understand is that something like Tether and BUSD, those are not in a strict sense cryptocurrency, because what they just are, they are digitized US dollars. So they are just digitized dollars, So you got to bear that in mind. Now, if you want to if you want to make money this year, now there's a risk involved, so this is not financial advice, this is an opinion. It's better for you to stay within the confines of Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Binance Cash. My name is Renan Mokri. Now, if you've watched this and you have questions arising from this, you can put them in the comment section. And I'll do my best to respond to them, because my staff, they curate comments, they bring them to me, and I'm the one that respond to them. Now, you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp forum. I do not have a Gmail email address. I do not have a Telegram channel. Scammers have seen that my videos tend to go viral, and so they create fake YouTube profiles, put my photos on them, and they begin to approach people in the comment section, offering helpline, guideline, one-on-one mentoring. They've duped a number of people. Please do not fall prey. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.